Hi everyone, I'm TV Guide writer Kat Moon, and today we're breaking down the effing diabolical ending of The Boys Season 3. Everything that has happened this season has been leading toward a showdown between Homelander and Soldier Boy, and of course with Butcher in the mix too.
You know, two's company, three's a crowd, right? So one of us is gonna go.
At the start of the season, Butcher and the boys searched for a weapon that could kill Homelander, and instead they found a living, breathing, and highly radioactive Soldier Boy. Butcher made a deal with Soldier Boy. He will help Soldier Boy track down members of Payback who betrayed him, and in turn, Soldier Boy will help him kill Homelander.
Who is he?
He's the new you.
But of course, there are some complications.
Boy.
Butcher started taking Temp V, which allows him to be a soup for 24 hours. And in episode 7, we find out that after 3 to 5 doses of Temp V, it becomes lethal, which, if you've been counting, Butcher has definitely reached that number. Hughie has also been taking some doses. And in the last episode, we found out that Soldier Boy is actually Homelander's dad.
So put them in a room together, are they gonna fight or f***ing hug?
That was the big question of the finale. And even though for a hot second it looked like there was going to be a hug, that's definitely not what happened.
Maybe if I'd raised you, I could have made you better.
Soldier Boy and Homelander started fighting, and Butcher joined in to protect Ryan.
Wait, Homelander your wife, and you want to save the brat?
That's the kind of kid that burns the house down with you in it.
The battle ended with Queen Maeve saving the day after she tackled Soldier Boy through the window and he exploded once again. Honestly, I thought that would be her death and it would have been a pretty satisfying one. But nope, Queen Maeve is okay, she just is without her powers now given the radioactive blast. There's a lot to unpack in these final scenes after that epic battle, but we're gonna start with the very last one.
You and your lies!
Homelander introduced Ryan to a crowd of his supporters outside of Vought, and a Starlight supporter threw a can at them. Homelander immediately killed this man, and instead of condemning the murder, his fans cheered. And the very last shot of this season was a close-up of Ryan's face as he slowly smiled, which, please don't become like your dad, Ryan.
It's gonna happen.
No!
You know, I think that's a hint that a lot of the next season is going to be a battle over Ryan's soul. I mean, the way we sort of phrase it is season 3 is about fathers and season 4 is about sons.
I don't think many of us had Homelander and Butcher teaming up on our The Boys finale bingo card. So I enjoyed how bringing Ryan into the mix prompted them to be momentarily on the same side against Soldier Boy. And although we didn't see too much of Ryan in this season, it's clear that he will play a major role in The Boys Season 4. Things are not looking too good though.
I'm not going anywhere. I will always be here.
I got a terrible feeling starting from the very start of this episode when Homelander found Ryan and Ryan initiated a hug with him. And we need to talk more about Homelander killing that man. Eric Kripke told us more about where the idea came from.
That quote from Trump of, you know, he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and his followers would continue to love him and vote for him. That was the inspiration for that moment, for sure. We wanted to sort of see it for real. And there's this, you know, I think really troubling phenomenon where the more absolutely horrible a politician acts, like the more shocking and insane you can be, the more press you get. You know, you get the left angry and the right laughing, and it's just this sort of uncivil discourse that I think we're sort of satirizing with what Homelander's doing.
We definitely see so much of that in the show. And Eric also talked about what this final scene means for the boys more broadly.
In many ways, every season finale is the pilot for the next season, and it's all a clue of reflecting the world we're living in and the world we're currently living in, just becoming more and more fractured.
You are America.
And where does Vought go next? Now that Homelander has murdered someone in plain sight, will this hurt the company more? Eric gave us some insight on where this leaves Vought.
The same place they kind of always are, which is, you know, a certain amount of damage control, you know, a certain amount of character assassination on the guy that Homelander killed, kind of the usual menu to make sure that, you know, their heroes remain the profitable commodities they are. You know, I think what's insane about the world we live in is people want to eat it up. They don't want to have their heroes take responsibility.
It's all looking pretty bleak. I'm not going to lie, heading into the finale, one of my hopes was that Homelander would lose his powers because of Soldier Boy's radioactive explosion, and the next season would start off with an ordinary, powerless Homelander trying to get back up. But nope, that's not what happened. He still has his powers, he now has Ryan with him, and Homelander has more political influence than ever because he helped Victoria Newman.
I am so proud to have her on my team.
She's gonna explode more heads. Not all hope is lost though. In fact, Eric told us about why he sees The Boys as being, quote, such a hopeful show.
Everything that Frenchie and Kimiko do for each other. And I see Annie step by step coming into her own power as a genuine force for good, and Hughie learning what it means to genuinely support her on her own terms rather than trying to be some toxic asshole. You know, Mother's Milk being able to take care of his daughter. And I think it's just a question of where you look, because any of like the big sweeping gestures in the show, yes, are corrupt because they're corrupt in the real world. But the million unremarkable, boring things that we all do to take care of our families and our neighbors and our friends, that's how the world gets saved.
That is certainly an optimistic view of things. I do have to say, I really loved Frenchie and Kimiko's storyline this season. And even though, of course, I'm sad that they missed much of the action with Soldier Boy and that Frenchie missed Herogasm, their relationship was so beautiful. And even though Eric has said that they're more siblings than lovers, I still ship. There was also that scene in the final episode of Hughie deciding to amplify Starlight's powers in the fight instead of take another dose of Temphy to help save her. And that was, of course, a highlight. What are your theories and predictions going into The Boys Season 4? One of mine is that since Butcher doesn't have much longer to live, he will take permanent Compound V in order to survive. To be honest, I'm surprised that that didn't happen in this finale. And what will happen to Soldier Boy now? I half expected him to die in this finale, but I'm really glad he didn't because Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy is excellent, and we do need someone with the powers to fight Homelander. And what happens to the Seven now? Starlight has quit.
You missed your hand.
I know. Maeve does not have her powers anymore and is gone. And of course, there was the shocking scene of Homelander killing Black Noir. So that only leaves us with the Deep, A-Train, and Homelander. Will Homelander possibly recruit Ryan for the Seven so that he has someone with powers and someone on his side who he trusts more? Who else do you think he will recruit? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to TV Guide for more breakdowns of your favorite shows.